Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Timberborn, where if you're thinking, wow, this looks really different, you're right. It does. We've basically built out a second district, though it's not quite ready for move-in. There's a few things that we have to do first. Starting with unpausing these guys, and then we're going to prioritize this one by haulers, this by haulers, that, and that. And then what we need to do is come in here and separate out these two areas, because right now you can see I've got a district center built over here for this new district. But if I try to put a path there, it's not going to let me. Districts must be separated by a gate. And that's not a problem, because that's exactly what we are going to do. We are going to add a gate right over here. So we want to carefully delete just the path, not the platform. And that's sometimes easier said than done. There we go. And then throw in a gate. That now separates off this portion of it, but we need to do this in a couple of places. So we're going to do another one right here. So we're going to get rid of this path. If you hold down shift, it just deletes. And then we can put in a gate there. So now all of this is separated, but there's still this path over here. I want to leave this space available to District 1. We're going to need that space for a project fairly soon. So we're going to come in here, delete that path, and put a gate in right there. And now, if I did everything correctly, yeah, all of those are saying they're not connected to a district, but wabam, we now have District 3. It's technically 3 because we moved that and it became District 2 because it was originally over here somewhere, but it's fine. So this is all now connected. So now we need to get some beavers over here, but first I want to unpause all of these buildings, and I think the easiest way to do it's going to be to come into here. We're not going to have nearly enough beavers to start with. Why are none of those paused? Oh, because it's District 3. Hooray. Unpause all of this in District 3. I knew there was a reason that I wasn't seeing them. I'm like, wait a minute. I should be able to see those. You can see we've got a few buildings that are marked as high priority so that we can make sure that the beavers that we send over first are able to get into those jobs and start working them very, very quickly. So we've got a forester, one lumberjack, one aquatic farmhouse, and one grill for the spatter dock. And then over here, we've got a high priority of a farmhouse and one more grill. And then we've also got a water pump. We do already have some food over here, which is kind of nice. A little bit of food, and they're going to quickly have their own. It's like ready for harvest. So that means, and this area has their own wood supply, but we will need to send them planks and gears. So we're going to set up that bit of distribution right now by adding a new route, and we're going to come in here and do gears, and then we're going to add another route and do planks. And for now, that's all we need to do. However, from this one, even though we don't have it set up yet, we are going to send scrap metal over, and we're going to do 3 routes of it, so we're certain, absolutely certain, that we're getting every shred of scrap that we can get from this other district, because very soon we will be making scrap. We've just got this little project right here remaining. This district just could not reach those platforms. We've got a big area here that we can work with. We've got plenty of housing over here. In fact, we've got room for 42 beavers. We're not going to send that many. We've got 28 jobs open. We only have 10 beavers over here that are unemployed, though. So we're only going to send 10. So from here, 10, done. Now if we look here, boom, we have 10 beavers. They'll start reproducing, and making the baby beavers all on their own. One thing I didn't give them, though, to help them along with their reproduction efforts, we're missing a few things over here that I thought of. We don't have a campfire, so we're going to give them a campfire. We also don't have any medical beds, so we're going to give them 4 medical beds, and then we don't have any form of recreation at the moment, so I'm going to give them a few shrines. Let's kind of put them in somewhere that we just have some extra space left over, like that. There we go. They'll get all that built on their own in this new district. So if I now unpause, we will see 10 beavers come over here. I will see that we've got 18 jobs unfilled, and that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. The important thing is that they're pumping their own water, which they are, that they're growing their own food and able to process it. Over there they are, that they're able to grow their own food and process it. Other than that, it's not a huge problem. Eventually, we'll have to make this a priority as well. Also, do we have... Yep, we have a forester and we have a lumberjack. Cool. So, this little district should start doing just fine here. We're going to switch these two to harvest priority. That way they can get those crops out of the ground and maybe start turning them into something. All 4 farmhouses can reach all the farmland. They should be coming over here fairly soon. Though, I don't know. Yeah, we don't have any builders. Now we do. We have a builder. Hopefully we didn't take a beaver from somewhere else. I don't think we did. But we've already had 2 babies born in that district. And now we've got room over here. We've got room for 11 more. I did have to add in another house. And the reason being is I forgot to pause these houses as after they were built and a bunch of beavers moved in and had some babies. Only 9 though. We only wound up with 9 that were homeless after we paused all these. And so I just built a house over here that holds 9. We spent a little research and that was that. So what we're looking to do now is start getting metalworking done. It's exciting. We don't need the mine shaft simply because the nearest mine I think is way over here, and we're not going to get that far. We've only probably got maybe 2 videos left before we switch back to City Skylines. For a couple reasons. One, I want to switch back to City Skylines. But also, the day I'm recording this, Timberborn, the main branch, had an update. I actually had to roll back the game to be able to play it. Oh, yeah, they're not going to be able to reach that. We're going to need to give them another way down here. So we're just going to sacrifice 1 right there. And we need to make that a priority so that they can actually get down there. That'd probably be a good thing. But yeah, there's a whole new storage system. Unfortunately, the game is in early access. That's not the unfortunate part. But because of that, sometimes they have to make tough decisions to make it so that old saves just aren't compatible with the new version. And they've completely overhauled how storage works in the game. And because of that, old saves don't work in the new version. So that's why I had to roll back to the 2.0 branch or 0.02 branch or whatever they're calling it. So that I could actually use this save. I couldn't load this save otherwise. And that would be sad if we would have lost all of that. So while this district gets to work on building that and building some stairs here and then building some recreational things, which they may get help on some of the recreation. Yeah, you can see like they came over here and built them a shrine, built them that shrine. They might get some other stuff done, though it doesn't look like it. I think that's going to be it. But what I want to do is start thinking about how we're going to power the new stuff that we're about to build here. And I think the way we're going to... I was trying to see if there's a way to get all of this connected to where we're going to be doing the scrap. Since we've already got power here, But it doesn't look like that's going to be a possibility. Not easily, anyway. I mean, I can't really get back here all that easy to put anything in. We could branch from here and bring it up and over. I guess we could do that. We can get to that pretty easy. Yeah, let's do that. Let's sever this for now. And come in here into power and make this a T-junction going that way. That'll work. And then we need one of these so that we can go up. Now that's up in the air, so we need a taller platform here. And then we need to go back down to that platform right there. Come over here and put that there. And then for now, we're going to stop there until we see where we're going to build our buildings. Because I don't know yet. We do know that we're going to need a corner there, and we're going to need a corner there. And then straight power shaft right here and right there. And then they should be able to get down here and build this. Ooh, it says they cannot. Okay, to help them do that, we will build some stairs right there. And now they'll be able to get down there. Eventually. They're going to build everything else first. I don't know if they're going to be able to get to that. Yeah, they can get to that. Okay, cool. And they can go right under that platform and build it. This, though, it says they're able to reach it, so I'm going to believe them. So that will at least get everything part of the same power grid. I kind of like having everything part of the same power grid. How are they doing over here? They're getting there. They've had 5 babies. They still have 18 jobs unfulfilled. So it's going to be just a minute before they're actually able to do any significant work here. But we should now have our farmhouses all able to reach that whole area. Except for that one can't quite reach there. But that's fine. They're able to reach most of the spider dock. They're able to get their own logs, which they had a bunch of logs because the other district was producing them. Or cutting them and storing them there for them. So, you know, kind of a nice thing that happened. We should be fine on food over here. Yeah, and they've got plenty of water. So I just want to keep an eye on these guys to make sure they don't, you know, like run out of food. Because that would suck. Actually, you know, they're getting this construction done really quick. He's almost done. I mean, he's just got these dudes now, which are a bunch of logs and planks. So not too shabby. Oh, we also don't have the toother grinder thingies that they like. We can add those. We're gonna put a thing there, and then well-being. Yeah, if they break a tooth, they've got to be able to fix that. So we'll just do that like that. And I guess we could even go so far as to make a connection there, just to give them one more way back and forth between the two districts. You know, so they can go visit their aunt or whatever. So you're not building that. Construction site's too far away. That's what I was afraid of. So now what we're going to do is not try to use City Skylines controls. I just tried to do that to get in there and build. So now, once they build this and this, then they should just be able to reach up and get that. If not, we'll get rid of this, put stairs in here, and put a taller plank here. Or not plank, platform, but I'm pretty sure they'll be able to just reach up and grab that without any issue. So, I want to start looking at getting metalwork in. These things require 200 HP each. We are overproducing outside of a drought. What, 370? 350? Something around there. So we do have a little bit of extra power over here. And it looks like not even all of them are staffed at the moment. We may have a... Yeah, we've got a beaver shortage over here. Must have had a death wave. I've not been watching. We probably had a death wave. But it's okay. They'll rebound. They'll be fine. I mean, they've got room for 10 more babies to be born. And they've got 20 that are in the pipeline. So they'll be all right. I could build a second house over here. In fact, I think I will. Just to be sure that we don't wind up with beaver shortage. So we're going to have to move those stairs. Yeah, we're going to have to move these stairs here. Get rid of that path there because they're going to block the house that we're about to put in. I'm just going to go ahead and build another big apartment complex here. That's what I call them. I don't know what you call them. I call them apartment complexes because that's what they look like to me. And then we'll put the stairs in here. And then we'll come in here with one of these. Nope, don't need that one. Just need one of those. Cool. And then get that connected and that connected. And that'll get us a little bit of an extra buffer on housing. These guys coming along well. Already up to 17 beavers. Room for 25 more. Still 16 jobs unfilled though. So definitely going to take a little while. Anyways, back to over here. Yeah, they got all that built. Cool. So now I want to look at getting the iron going, and I want to utilize as much of this space as possible. So I'm going to pause for a minute while we plan this out. So I don't want them to start building it and then me decide, oh, wait, that's not how I want it. So I want to get a few smelters in here. Quite a few, in fact. I'm trying to think of how I want to do it. So if I can, maybe just 3? So that'd be 600. Yeah, that'll be fine, I believe. So that requires 600 power, which if we're doing just wheels, that's a dozen wheels. But remember, we've got excess power over here. What was it? So we were making 690. And it was using, I forget how much, so we're going to need to go to the daytime. So I'm going to have to unpause for a minute. We know we want those there, so for now I will cancel that. Let them build these. That's fine. They can build that. We know we want those there, and then once daytime gets here, we can see what our actual demand and supply is. Which, it's going to take a minute, because we're waiting on daylight. There we go. Sun's coming up. Supply is going to start coming up. So demand is 490. Sometimes we're making over 1,000. Oh, that's with all of the wheels turning. Okay, cool. We have all of our wheels turning. So supply, let's just call it 900 to be safe. That's, of course, when the water's flowing. So we've got 410 left over. And then we need to add 600 for these. So minus 600 means 190. So 200. Let's do 6 power wheels. Just to be safe. So now I'm going to pause so I can plan this out, because a lot of times I wind up with a design that isn't working. I need to go a little further out here. Do that, and then if I go in behind, like this with a couple, that may not be the best way to do that though. If I go here, I could bring it around and connect it somewhere. I don't know where exactly how I would get that connected. I think I see how I could do it, but I'm not a big fan of this general design. So we're going to get rid of those because we don't need that, and we won't need... nope, not that one. That one we won't need. These are connected to the building. That's fine. So we're going to go here. And then we're going to bring the path here so that we've got room to get up and over with one. So that's 3 of the 6 that we need. I'm going to go ahead and put one more right here. That's connected to that building. And then we're going to need to come over the path. Something like this. And then get 3 more in from somewhere back here. But what I think I can do is go like this. 1, 2, and then a 3rd one right there. And that will all be like one nice self-contained little area. So here we need a 4-way, and And there we just need a straight shaft, and we need a straight shaft right there. And that has all 6 of them connected. This one just doesn't have a pathway right now, which is an easy thing to fix. Just go right there, go right there. Now, what I do need to do is pause one of these, because if I don't, they'll wind up building these and then won't be able to get back there to build that. So, cool. We're ready to let that start going. I was kind of hoping this dude was over here getting some of this stuff cleared out so that we could get a scrap worker going. But it doesn't appear to be the case. He's still got a couple of shrines left to build, which well-being is important. If we look, these guys have a well-being of 11. These guys have a well-being of 14, bringing our average to 13. We want to keep their well-being high. We really do. It's an important thing to do. So once these guys get this built, we're actually going to focus on getting a monument of some sort built. We've got 1,000 science, so we can only afford the laborer monument, but we have plenty of logs, it looks like, to do it, or close to it, plenty of logs. And this will help with well-being, because every time they go buy it, they will get the awe well-being score thingy. You can see if we come down here, there we go, laborer monument. It fills them with awe and brings up the well-being. And if I put it here, it wouldn't really impact any of these guys. It'd be too far away. Yeah, be a little too far away. Oh well. So this dude, let's go ahead and say, hey, this island is your new priority. We need to get this going here. All these trees highlighted, and they're all on different levels, so it takes a minute. We're just gonna tear them all down, just so I can get everybody throughout there. This can be a weird island to work on. I've played this map a few times, and just making sure. Oh, we've got 2 builders now. Ooh, fancy. Just to be sure that everybody can get everywhere, we have to like run stairs and have multiple ways up and down, and it just gets weird. So that's why I want to just get all these trees out of here as soon as possible. That way we can make all of that happen. And what we're going to do is we're going to run a path here, here, and here. And then we'll actually not right there, because that's where we're going to eventually have stairs going up. And then once they get these trees out and all these over here, we can put a set of stairs right there. And then they have 2 different routes up. But that's going to take them a few days to get all that done. In the meantime, how's this project going? Quite well. Look at that. They've got almost all the platforms in. Then again, they have a dozen builders over here. I did build 2. Actually, they don't have a dozen builders because we're missing some workers. How many jobs are on the field? 15. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. But let's get some of these construction projects done and then kind of recap and see if we can't start getting some steel beams in production by time this one's over. So we're just going to kind of chill here and watch as things happen. Let's make sure there's not a drought coming. There's not. Okay. There we go. So we're just going to kind of watch for a minute and let these guys do their thing. And of course, as I said that, they finished getting most of these trees cut down over here. So let's help them out. I don't think they can reach those 2, and that's fine. We don't need them to. So we need to get stairs up here and there. Again, I'm going to prioritize those so they can get this row of trees cleared out. And then we can get some scrap workers up here and start collecting some scrap iron. So let's just let him get these in and get those trees cleared out, and then we'll be right back. And just like that, we've got our friends gathering scrap, which is cool. So I do want to check one thing here real quick. We've got room for 21 beavers to be born. And we've only got 13 jobs unfilled, so that should be fine. I just noticed it said something's not connected to a path. Oh, we screwed up building our shrine. Okay, well, we'll just fix that real quick. That was a waste of resources, unfortunately. I didn't rotate it around. Cool. We're going to leave this space back here for something maybe in the future. Don't know yet. These guys look like they're coming along just fine. They're just waiting on scrap metal to be able to get those all in. This is ready to go, though, for power, so we're good there. And then let's just take a look at our job situation over here now. We've got 15 jobs that are open, but we've only got room for 7 more beavers. We've got, so that would give us 32. That wouldn't give us a huge buffer on population for workers. So we are going to expand this one more time here. Just kind of have to do it. Let's get rid of these stairs and this pathway. And then put in one more big apartment block. Hope I didn't go far enough back. There we go. Now it's far enough back. And we'll put that right there. And then we will extend their little walkway up there. Give them some stairs there and bring that down right there. Run that there, run that there. And then when they get that done, they'll have what they need. And they should start receiving some scrap pretty quick. We do have this guy. Oh, nobody's working here. Okay. So what we need to do is prioritize that as well. And make sure that we've got some beavers actually hauling the scrap back and forth so that this side gets it. So in the morning, we should hopefully see that happen. We should see some scrap come over here. Not yet. And there we go. We finally have scrap coming in. Awesome. And then the builders will in turn bring it to there. And we will get these dudes up and running. So my goal for the next video is to get a golem manufacturing facility going, which is exciting. So what I'm going to do is let this run in between videos. Let this district get all the way up to where it's filling up all its housing, which won't take too terribly long. And then same here, so that we've got lots and lots of beavers ready to work. And then we will do some golems. And that'll be about it for the series. And then in 2 weeks' time, we will be back to City Skylines. But until then, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.